welcome to Shawnee Mission Sports. If you're just now joining us, you just missed the West Vikings, the Lady Vikings, clutch a narrow victory over the female Lady Lancers of East, 45-43. Now you're about to witness the boys varsity game, Vikings versus the Lancers. I'm Brock Burnett, along with
Ethan Brewer
and Ryan Hess.
We are at Shawnee Mission West High School getting ready for the second part of our doubleheader. You know, it's right now we're about to see the head coach, Ryan Darst, coach the Vikings against the Lancers. Sean Hare's Lancers are kind of having a rough start this year, though. You know, they're going 1-7. There's a little bit of rivalry, though. There's a little bit of rivalry between East and West. We had number 2 for the Vikings, Mike Hood, who's a transfer student from Grandview, Missouri, where he started as a sophomore. He's a great competitor who has really good court sense, which makes him a really great team player. He's got nice inside moves, and he's really aggressive on defense. He's the leading scorer for the Vikings, with about 20 points average per game. Make sure to watch out for number 2 because he'll be making a difference on the court tonight.
And number 35, Darrell Stewart. He's a senior forward at 6'4". He has ridiculous jumping abilities, and he is a 2-year letter winner, has 70% free throw average.
For the Lancers captain, number 4, Alice Glazer, a senior who knows the game well. He has a great ball control and a great 3-ball. Alongside him will be Jay Costello, a senior guard who knows the game. He really is a great player in 8-10 sports, all-around good player. And alongside them is David Morrison, a year-round basketball player who is a big post man. He knows when to drive and when to play, and he can make a 3-ball.
All right, what are your guys' expectations for this game tonight? We just saw the girls in the play, and it was a really close game, a lot of intense rivalry going on there. What are your expectations tonight for the boys' teams here?
Oh, I think the intensity is going to be ridiculous. And Darrell and Mike Hood, they're going to go off tonight.
Jay Costello, he's been really picking up his game lately, and he is an 8-10 sports honorable mention player of this year. He's averaging about 11 points a game. He's really just shown off how good his stats are and how good he can play, even with the loss of 2 seniors this year.
So last game we saw a big issue with the girls in foul trouble. How do you guys think foul trouble is going to affect tonight?
Oh, I think with Shawnee Mission East, 4 of their players fouling out one of their last few games, it's going to be ridiculous. There might be a lot of fouls, there might not.
Looks like we are introducing the players now.
Number 3, Trevor Thompson.
A 6'2" junior, Mike Hood. Number 3, a 6'3" junior, Israel Watson. And for your Vikings, number 13, a 6'3" sophomore,
All right, guys. Who do you think the key player is for the game?
I really think for West, you're going to want to watch out for Mike Hood. You're also going to watch out for Israel Watson. Israel Watson has a lot to prove coming off of that game with South. You know, he had a very narrowly missed dunk. I think that's something that's a really big driving point for him. I think he wants to prove himself tonight, and we'll see if East gives him the opportunity to do that.
You know what? We talked about 3 key players for East at the beginning of the game. There's one more player I really want to point out, and that's Mark Ward. That kid has really shown off his game this year as West wins the tip-off, and he is 48% from the for 2 points and 48% from 3. The kid can knock down a shot, and he really deserves a look. And that's a dunk to start off the game for East.
A big start there for East. Very big start.
That definitely pumped up the Shawnee Mission East crowd.
West turning the ball over again.
Cameron Southern losing that ball.
Jay
to Shawnee
Costello
Mission
taking it
East.
up the court. Slowing it down up top. Trevor Thompson slowing it down as he takes it in. That's a steal. And one for Jay Costello.
Shawnee Mission East is really trying to score early.
It's on the floor.
Nice move down in the paint.
There he is. As I said, making plays out there.
East definitely coming out strong tonight. Come out with a very strong start.
Another turnover for West. This game has really, this season has really been dedicated to this young kid named Tyler from the Pinky Swear Foundation. 2 of the players, Alex Glazer and Morrison, and David Morrison, both had his mother as a teacher at Briarwood Elementary School, so they have really played their hearts out this season. And Jay Costello making another layup.
By Israel Watson.
West starting their scoring with a bang.
If you look at this West team, you're going to see a lot of young talent. With only 2 starting seniors, you've got Darrell Stewart and Derek Benson. Everyone else is pretty much either a junior or a sophomore. That's a lot of young talent there.
Alex Glazer taking it in. Going up strong, but cannot finish that layup. As we're seeing from the girls' game, East cannot convert their inside points.
And there's Darrell with the layup.
Nice layup from Stewart there.
I think Darrell Stewart's going to be a big factor in this game with his height.
And another field goal for Jay.
I think what we're seeing here is West can't slack on defense one bit here. East is capitalizing on every advantage they get. When they're open, they're going to shoot it.
They're looking slow offense, but picking up the pace on, or looking slow on defense, but picking up the pace on their offense. Really showing off some keys, showing off their stars here. A nice shot in the corner.
East up by 1 point, 4 minutes left in the corner.
Another field goal. for Jay Costello.
If it keeps going how it's going now, we're probably going to see a game that's very similar to the girls' varsity game, where it's a lot of back and forth, very close game, a lot of changes of lead. You know, games where it's easily just one possession is the difference here.
That right there is Mark Ward, a player I have talked about at the beginning, showing off some athleticism as the student section of East screams, "You got swatted." He's coming out with a different kind of mood this game. I've never seen them start out with such a good game, start out with such a high scoring.
There we go, Cameron Southern scoring his first points of the night.
Trevor Thompson with the and one. Trevor Thompson is actually a transfer from Liège. He left the school to join Shawnee Mission East football team, baseball team, and basketball team, where he excels very greatly in. In football, he's a part of the top 100 in the nation.
Wow.
He's also a very smart kid with a 4.2 GPA.
That's a big three for West.
Big three there from Derek Benson.
Tied it up.
One of the few seniors on the team, actually.
Three ball is going to be deadly for West tonight. Hopefully East can pick up the defense on the out. That's another big bucket for East.
East is really just being very aggressive in this first quarter. Really doesn't want Shawnee Mission West to score or anything.
A lot more energy than they've had for the past few games. As he nails another three. It is now 15-14. West finally gaining that lead. As that's a missed three from East, trying to bring it back. As I was going to say before that big three, East has been looking very weak to start games lately, before now. Now they come out strong, leading off the game with a big dunk.
CO Jack does. He's a 45% field free throw percentage.
Another missed free throw for West. It's a big opportunity they just lost. Making that one, making it a 2-point game.
Jack again getting fouled.
Like I said in the girls' varsity game, they need to keep down the fouls. Foul outs have destroyed the East season this year alone.
And just like in the girls' game, if West can't hit their free throws, you know, it's going to be pretty detrimental to them. It's very important to, one, not foul out, but, you know, if you are given the opportunity to make a free throw, that you do make it. It's very important here.
They convert on their second, which gives them a 3-point lead, 17-14 with a minute left to go in the first quarter. Luke Ely, a senior, making that layup, bringing it down to 1 point again. A big steal for Alec Glazer as he gets chased down and
Got denied by Israel.
nice block, but there's a foul called for a little bit of body. Glazer will go up with the shot. If East can convert these better than they can convert with the girls, this game could be over. And another missed free throw for both teams. I think this week's practice will be focused on some free throws. Either way.
I agree. The inefficiency, the inaccuracy of these free throws we've been having, both in the girls and the boys team, it's just kind of embarrassing. You know, those are shots you got to be able to make. You got to take advantage of those opportunities to, you know, gain a lead, you know, bring it back a little bit if you're behind. And both teams, boys, girls, East and West, have just been failing to hit those crucial free throws.
Yeah, they're essentially just giving you points if they foul you like that.
Jason Potter goes up for the three, but it's recovered by East.
Alex Glazer rushing it up the court, getting trailed.
Nice passing there by East, but
Mark Ward making that, but it's going to be an on-the-floor foul.
just a few seconds left here in the first quarter. Looks like we're about to throw it over to Brian Ralph, who has an interview on the floor here.
Brian Ralph's here with the manager of the East team for 4 years. Chase, how has the team been playing, you think?
The team's been playing really well tonight. You know, we've had a high shot percentage, and it's been a back and forth game for the most part, but it should be a good one.
Who do you think is the best, should be looked out for the West team?
For the West team, I think definitely Hood. His last name's Hood. He's a great player.
Okay, and back to you, Booth.
Thanks, Brian, for that one. And I agree with him. You know, it's no matter what happens tonight, it's going to be a very exciting game. There's a lot of back and forth going on. There's a lot of energy going on. Right, we're heading back into the game here. Second quarter, about to start.
Morris usually gets those rebounds as West takes it down the court, down by 1.
Another points for Derek Benson there. This senior is really coming into his own tonight.
West scoring off another putback. Davis Morrison missing that one, but Jay Costello getting the rebound and getting called for stepping out. West taking back the lead after being down by 1 point, really showing some energy to score some more down in the paint.
See what East can do from the outside here. Oh, they're going in, and looks
Trevor
like
Thompson
there's
cannot
a
convert this and one. He'll go up the line for 2. Another missed free throw from either team.
It's a bit troubling. I'm sure the coaches are probably a bit frustrated to see something as fundamental as a free throw being missed so consistently on both teams.
I mean, don't both teams have a a free throw contest every year, right?
I think so. East able to recover that second free throw there, and it looks like East has got the ball.
Goes up for the
And
layup
one for
makes it.
Jay Costello, who has really shown off his game tonight.
All right, here's Jason Potter coming down the floor. Almost loses the ball.
Let's see if Stewart can hit his free throws. It's been trouble on both teams tonight for hitting free throws, but we will see how it goes for him.
First time somebody's made a first free throw tonight.
Senior Derek Benson there recovers the ball, but gets into a jump ball. Fighting for the ball with Trevor Thompson from East. Trevor Thompson's actually a pretty impressive student and athlete. He actually plays 3 sports, football and baseball, as well as basketball, and he has a 4.2 GPA. Truly an all-around, well-rounded person. West playing around with the ball now, trying to see if they can get an opening in the defense.
He's really trapping the men up top for West. This is
A great pass inside to Darrell Stewart.
You see there, Darrell Stewart really knows how to use his height to his advantage and his vertical, his great vertical. He knows how to use those 2 things to his advantage. East is going to have to be able to put a stop on that if they want to keep his scoring down low.
Jay Costello getting blocked for the first time tonight. It's a 3 up. And a 3 down as West goes up by 6 points.
There's a foul by Jack.
Trevor Thompson missing that one, but Mark Ward recovering that rebound.
Free throws are nobody's friend right now.
Sullivan shooting that one short, very bad.
Stripped away.
He steals the ball back there. Oh,
Sullivan getting that ball back, and he converts. Coach Sean Herrick ecstatic about that play. Bringing East within 4.
There's a good fast break.
That brings it within 2. With 3 minutes on the clock in the second quarter. Could be going into half of the very, very close game. Almost another turnover for West.
Oh, and a great basket by Jack McMahon.
That was a crisp shot.
I think West needs to slow it down here. These past few drives have been a bit sloppy. They've been a bit fast. They've got the time. They've got the lead. They don't need to rush here. It's only the second quarter. You know, East is on their heels, but I think West has a comfortable enough lead right now. It's more than one possession. I think they can afford to slow it down.
East really just needs to slow them down before they really can start picking up the heat, getting that fast break dunk down.
Mark Ward came out really strong in the first quarter there. If East wants to, gain the lead, they might need to utilize Mark Ward more to advantage. He's a very big player for them, both in size and importance. I think he really needs to be capitalized coming out of the second half here. Once we get into the second half, he's really going to need to show up.
Mark about getting that block there. Ball given to Jay Costello as he cannot convert the floater, but he gets the rebound and misses again. He's just unable to make layups currently, and that's another problem they have.
His effort tonight, though, has been wonderful. Jay Costello is just going out there and playing his heart out.
I talked to him before the game yesterday, and he said that they really cannot lose to West. They've really wanted this win, and have really been working hard at practice, trying to pick up their game, getting better. And that's an over in the back for West as he tosses that one way back.
And wild pass there from Cameron Southern.
And Alex Glazer, I talked to him after practice. He seems very energetic about this game and their upcoming game against Rockers. They've been working hard, hitting practice very strong, been very energetic, felt good.
I talked to the girls' store earlier this morning, and he says he expects to win this game. If he doesn't win this game, he'll be very upset. He says all West has to do is execute, and they just have to get easy twos.
And that's a 3 for Jay Costello.
Costello is just on fire tonight. So much energy, so much accuracy. He's the one to watch for. If you're looking at East team, Costello is really a star tonight.
I mean, you can see why he deserved that honorable mention for A10. My opinion, I thought he should have been a second team All-State A10 zone. But at least he got the honorable mention. I talked to him about that. He said he was ecstatic about that. He's always wanted something like that. And this year, his senior year, he hopes to finish off He hopes to finish off the season getting on that first team. And tonight, he's really showing that he deserves it.
Very true. Guastelo's coming out and he's showing out. He really deserves that honorable mention. And if he keeps playing like this, I don't doubt that a first state all-team position is in his future. He's really playing hard tonight.
They've got just over 30 seconds left in the second quarter.
West looking to just burn out the clock a little bit here.
It's a 3-point game as he stands starting the boring chant as they just hold out the clock for the last about 10 seconds. They just pass around the top.
Nice three-pointer.
Yes, we did.
That's a buzz beater if I've ever seen one. By number 24, Justin Hilton. He's only a sophomore.
And at the end of the second quarter, we've got West up 34 with East trailing at 28. We are going to throw off to a break here. Please stay tuned and see what happens in the second half of this exciting game. You know, winter sport athletes really do try very hard and they're very competitive, but there's one important team member on winter sports that is kind of understated. We're going to take a look at the spirit of the crowd now in winter sports.
Good evening, Vikings! 4 years ago, our Nordic forefathers created this great student section on one principle! You know what that principle is? It's getting loud! And tonight, that's what we're gonna do! We're gonna get loud! We're gonna get in their heads! And you know what we're gonna scrape for? We're gonna scrape for the 5 men out here on the court, rallying their heart out every second of their time!
right, so now you're going to hear a few thoughts from two athletes on the West varsity boys basketball team. You're going to hear from Jack McMahon and Zach Witters. And if you might have saw earlier, Zach Witters was suffering from a injured hand, so he's out for the season. But you just get to hear a little bit of their thoughts and what their feelings are about this season for the boys basketball team.
I'm one of the leaders this year, and I'll have to work on getting everybody involved and also scoring a little more than I did last year. We do a lot of stuff over the summer together as a group, play a lot, go out of town, and right now we're just all the basketball guys that aren't in the fall sport doing weights.
A lot of team chemistry, and we played together for several years, and we can definitely have a winning record.
The challenging part will be we're losing our two leading scorers from last year, Tyreek and Lewis, so we'll have to work on that, but I think we'll be able to get through it as a team. Just make sure that our practices all go well and we all kind of buy in. 3 of us that started last year are coming back, and then so hopefully we can do well, and then we got some players that hopefully will come off the bench and help us out. The last 2 years we made it to the second round of sub-state and we lost, so hopefully this year we can finally win both and make it to the state tournament, make a little run there maybe. Last year I didn't score a whole lot, and I think I need to this year, so working on that and getting everybody involved, getting everybody good shots.
I hope to see improvement from last year, and I hope that we can have a winning record this season and have a lot of fun.
And a big thank you to Shawnee Mission West Advanced Video Productions and their sponsor, Kelly Gill, for putting those videos together for us. Now I'm going to throw it over to Ryan for a video from Shawnee Mission East.
As the students treat the game and the players trace the game, winter sports really do bring the whole season together. Now let's watch the video made by the East Productions.
Do not go gentle into that good night. Old age should burn and rave at close of day. Rage, rage against the dying of the light.
I'd like to thank the Shawnee Mission East production for that video. And back over to Brock.
Yeah, and it looks like we've got a sideline interview coming up from Brian here. So we're going to throw it on over to Brian and see what he's got for us.
I'm here with Colin Lowry, an East JV basketball player. How do you think the game has been going, Colin?
It's been good, going good so far. The offense have played really well. We just need to get a few more stops on defense.
Who do you think is East's power player that West should look out for?
So far, Mark Ward's played really well, and I think Jay Gostella's played well too so far.
Coming into second half, do you think there's going to be a turnaround that East is going to be able to pull ahead a lot?
Yeah, I think they will. I think we'll play a lot better defense to get more fast break opportunities to pull ahead.
Okay, thank you. Back to the table.
Thanks, Brian. That was a nice interview. And I have to agree with that JV player that Mark Ward and Jay Guastello, very big players for East in tonight's game. Jay Guastello especially, he's been playing so hard. He's been scoring, he's been on defense, he's been pretty much everywhere that East needs him to be.
Mark Ward, again, with some big plays on the board and on some putbacks as West leads East 34-28 coming into half as the teams start to warm up.
Congratulations to SM Northwest teacher Brett Mack and Oak Park Carpenter 3rd grade teacher Katie Sutton, winners of the Kansas Horizon Award. The program honors exemplary first-year teachers in Kansas who perform in a way that distinguishes them as outstanding. Right now, it's looking like West has a nice lead. They kind of pulled together there in the last few minutes of the second half, or the second quarter, and they were really showing out. But I do think East has a chance to come back, especially if they capitalize on Mark Ward and Jay Costello, two players who've been playing really hard so far. But I think they have a chance to play even harder and really capitalize and gain a lead over West.
I mean, I do have to say, West 3-ball has been crisp tonight, but East really does have a chance. It's like the girls' game, except for opposite. The boys are down from East, and the girls, as the girls were up for East, maybe that can turn around and they can come back and show off some points.
The big thing in the second half, too, is going to be free throws and fouling. They don't want it to end up like the girls' game and just fouling every single minute.
The foul game is huge. We saw it in the last game with the girls. It was huge, and it was a pretty big part of that first half there. Foul game needs to be crisp. We need to have no fouls, and if there are fouls, you need to capitalize on it and make those free throws. We can't afford to have these lazy fouls and these lazy free throw shots where, it's an easy one to make, and they're just missing easy points there. And it's really a killer for them, both teams.
East will be taking the ball out in this second half. Let's see if Jay Costello is still red hot after that. And let's see if Coach Hare for Shawnee Mission East could get them red hot. Glazer missing that three.
Cameron Southern with the ball.
I'd like to take a minute to talk about the pinky swear again and how if one student class, freshman, senior, junior, sophomore, can raise $15,000 by the next game that East plays, which is Rockhurst, Sean Hare will get his head shaved by one of the athletes from that class that is collecting money. And Sean Hare, he really has looked ecstatic this season. Most seasons he's been a grouch and very angry and very loud. This year he's been toning it down. He coaches the freshman football team too, and he's really just shown some passion this year. He really knows that this team has the chance to play well.
And that Pinky Swear Foundation, that is an awesome foundation with what they're doing. Basically, East has partnered up with a student who has cancer, and they're helping raise money for him for hospital costs, whatever need be. They're trying to help out kids who have cancer, and I think it's a great cause that they're benefiting there.
And especially for the teacher, the mother, she is a teacher at Briarwood Elementary. She impacted 2 of the students. So they are trying to make it as special as they can this year, and they hope that he can show up again, and that young Tyler can show up again and maybe pull out a win for him. Because for one win they have this year, Shawnee Mission East, was when Tyler was there and repping East colors.
Yeah, whether you're a West fan or an East fan, you do have to applaud East for their efforts there. It really is something noble and very gracious and kind that they're doing for him. Getting back to the game here, it looks like we've got Mike Hood back with the ball, passing off to Cameron Southern. Big pass over to Israel Watson.
Israel Watson draining that 3.
Big shot for West.
Let's see if they can keep this scoring up.
They throw it in at Davis in the post, and he converts that one.
Let's talk about the player who's on the defense there for that score. Derek Benson has actually come out and been pretty explosive tonight. I've got him down at about 8 points right now. I think that's really impressive. I think Derek Benson has come out to show that he's ready to play tonight. Normally he's a pretty good defensive player, but he's not very active on offense. But tonight he's flipped the roles. He's been all over the place on offense, scoring about 8 points, hitting a 3 late in the second quarter. Very exciting game for Derek Benson.
Senior Luke Ely coming onto the floor. West pushing their score up to 10 points. It is not looking good for East right now as they're running the fast break with 5 minutes. As that gets blocked by Jay, and he pulls out on front, and he just gets completely grabbed.
Yeah, there's something with that foul.
You know, this doesn't look very much different from what we saw in the girls' game where West was trailing by about 10 points. And they came back to win it. So I don't want to say that East is ruled out just yet. With, Jay Guastello making great plays, I wouldn't say anything's out of the realm of possibility yet.
That was a very, very noticeable flagrant foul, just completely hugging him. I mean, I don't know what he was doing out there. Something big to know about the East team is senior Luke Ely. I think he was a first-team All-State or a second-team All-State for soccer this year. He's a great defender, and he really did show a lot of heart on the soccer pitch, as he does out on the basketball court. As Trevor Thompson getting that steal and getting the points to go with it.
Well, it's a great steal by East. Going back to Luke Ely, I think that's really incredible. How many athletes are able to balance, playing incredibly well in soccer, playing well in basketball. It also says he has a 4.24 GPA, so he's a stellar student as well. I think Luke Ely has really got a good head on his shoulders. He's a well-rounded student and a great athlete. I think you really got to applaud Luke Ely.
Something else cool to know about the East team, Mark Ward. He has a 3.7 GPA, and he loves to fly a plane. He already has his pilot's license.
That is impressive. Tickets are available for SM West performance of All Shook Up. The show will be performed at 7 p.m. on January 28th, 29th, and 30th in the SM West Auditorium. For more information, visit SM West webpage, smwest.smsd.org.
Blocked by Trevor Thompson as he goes up for the dunk. West looks to slow it down after that though.
West is definitely slowing up their play here. Most certainly.
He got that dunk as he sits there and talks a lot. Number 35 after that dunk, doing a lot of talking. Oh, my.
A little bit of retribution there after that swatted dunk.
Oh, yeah.
we were talking about all the cool achievements from East players, how about some West players? Zach Witter, he is a junior this year. He started 10 games as a freshman.
He's also the second string varsity quarterback, and he had a very impressive season this year as a quarterback. Very impressed by his effort. You know, I think all around Zach Witters is a great player. It's really unfortunate that he broke his hand, but I hope that he'll get back eventually. You know, I don't know if he'll get back in this season, but we'll see how he performs next season as well. Ooh. Coach Darst clearly unhappy with that call.
I mean, that was a pretty big shoulder drop. Could have gone either way, though.
Definitely could have gone either way.
Jay Costello not using the pick. Toss it to the corner. And that's a big 3. Putting East within 4 as West calls a timeout. There's Coach Sean Hare.
Mark your calendar for SME's production of Cinderella. The show will be performed February 11th, 12th, and 13th at the high school. Visit smes.smsd.org for more information. Getting back into it here. West 45, East 41. Cameron Southern dribbling down the ball there.
Pretty iffy call by the ref there. I would have said West ball off of that one.
East fans will not dispute that, though. They are very happy about that. That gives them the chance to shorten up that lead that West has over them. And with 2 minutes left in the third quarter, they really do need to, get that energy back, try and gain a lead, and come back strong in the fourth quarter.
And that's a big play by Trevor Thompson.
He just dove right in there.
Mark Ward slamming that down. That's another dunk from Mark Ward.
And just like that, we have a tie game with just a minute and a half left in the third quarter.
Seems like Shawnee Mission West is really trying to get in and get that ball and get down with a fast break.
Let's see what West will do with about a minute left on the clock. How are they going to handle this recent tie-up? Big pass there.
Yeah, they're definitely slowing it down here.
It's about 45 seconds left on the clock as it's all tied up in the third quarter.
as she starts their boring chant.
More boring chants as they hold the ball.
This is the benefit of a shot clock when you get into the real games in the NBA. It keeps the action going. While it may be more of a strategic play to hold out the ball, run out as much time as you can, it doesn't create as much excitement, as much intensity as a shot clock does. Looks like that is going to be West's ball.
Another thing I think should change is the clock should only stop on fouls within 2 minutes of high school games. If they're not going to have a shot clock, they at least need something to speed up the games towards the end.
I agree. As we see often, in the last few minutes of the game, things kind of get fast and loose. Fouls start flying all over the place, and they really do need to do something to make sure that the game, is played in a fair amount of time when that happens. About 5 seconds left here. We'll see what West will do. Big pass. Watson goes up for a three, and he makes it.
Bank shot.
That's 2 buzzer beaters, 2 quarters in a row for 2 different players.
All right, looks like we're going to throw it over to Brian for a sideline interview with Tyler Brewer.
We're here with Tyler Brewer, a varsity player on the Shawnee Mission West basketball team. How do you think the team has been playing?
They've been playing really well. They need to play a little bit better on defense. No more dunks to 33 and we'll be all right.
Who are some of the strong players that East should look out for?
Mike Hood, number 2, and Darrell Stewart.
And then what happened that you're not able to play right now?
I had surgery on my navicular. I had to have 2 pins put in.
Thank you, Tyler, and back to you.
Thanks for that, Brian. Hope that Tyler has a speedy recovery after that.
And as Tyler was saying about the key players, Mike Hood and Darrell Stewart, they definitely are some of the top players on the Shawnee Mission West basketball team.
Israel Watson has been having a very good game at about 11 points so far. He's been playing pretty well. He's pretty hot right now.
And kick off the 4th quarter. West is up by 3 points.
A lot of chances to rebound there. Looks like East came out on top.
That's
a big play.
in.
Puts it within 1 point here. Ooh, Jack McMahon fighting for that rebound.
Like the game before, there's a lot to see that is in companion between these 2 teams and their female teams. Free throws are a big component. Threes are a big component for either team. And they both need to learn to drive and convert as that play.
Derek Benson there with the putback, and I agree with you. There are a lot of similarities between the boys game and the girls game, and the boys team and the girls team. I think the biggest thing right now is just hitting those free throws is crucial. I mean, that really can make the difference right now, and it's saddening to see so many players, varsity players, miss these free throws.
There's another foul on Cameron Southern.
And with the score line too, that is very, very close to what it was at the beginning. This is about what the score was leading into the fourth quarter as Jay knocks down that free throw.
A lot of back and forths going on. Very close game. A lot of times where either West or East will be up only by one possession.
That's 2 free throws made.
Will West continue their strategy to slow down the game, though? We'll see. What do you guys think? Do you think West slowing down their offense has been a good move or a bad move for them?
I think it's
I think right now, West slowing down their offense is a bad move. They need to add to their point total and get way above East.
I mean, leading into that second half and the end of this quarter, they've just been plowing it down the court, throwing it down, putting up some layups, putting up some nice shots, really getting into the paint, really showing off that athleticism they do have on that team.
The West team does need to be mindful of their fouls, though. This scene that we're seeing right here is something that we see far too often in this game. It's just West has been fouling and giving up those free throws. Where West is having a bit of trouble making them, East has been having very, very little trouble making their free throws, which makes West's lead very, very uncomfortable. It's a very close lead there. Nice rebound by Stewart there. Derek Benson for 3, misses it there.
Jay Costello getting another rebound, really showing how athletic he is this year.
He really did deserve that A-10 honorable mention. He's really one heck of an athlete.
And a very undershown player this game is David Morrison. As he gets in to get those 2 free throws, he really hasn't been in the game that much, but when he has, he's really impacted down in the post and over on defense, really holding down the 2 big power forwards West has.
Again, that all too familiar sight here of East being able to shoot their free throws and just make them one after another when East clearly can deliver, West is having trouble delivering on.
Davis breaking off that one to tie up the game.
Let's see if Shawnee Mission West can add to their total.
And 1.
Darrell Stewart there showcasing that great vertical.
Do we know exactly what his vertical is? Because that kid can get high.
I'm not quite sure, but he has enough there to make a very easy dunk. He's got plenty of room there.
Just
The Broadmoor Bistro is taking reservations for dining guests now. The Broadmoor Bistro features the work of Shawnee Mission Culinary Arts students. Visit www.broadmoorbistro.org for more information. This is all around been a very good game. It's very energetic, a lot of back and forth. Both crowds are going crazy.
Very good and very close with all those free throws. It's been keeping the score low, but they can get it up there if they stop fouling and they actually start making some free throws.
see, think about East this year. They haven't been very good and they haven't stayed very close. Most games they've been down by 15 leading into halfway through the third quarter, and this is the biggest student section I've seen last through the halftime. Almost 50% of the seniors and about 20% of the entire crowd will leave before halftime. That's how bad East has been losing by this year.
It's good to see that in this game, East really can hold a crowd. And they've been making one heck of an exciting game with only a 4-point score difference here. East has a lot of potential with 5 minutes left on the clock to score. And big shot there.
That's just showing off his hot hand.
Nice Darrell Stewart.
That vertical is just killer.
If he gets up before you do, there's no blocking him.
Oh,
you just gotta wish
no
that he
way.
misses.
I think something we need to talk about on East defense is their conversions, their turnovers. East has been doing a very good job on stealing the ball back, and I think it's something that's very impressive for this team. You know, they're struggling to block some of our bigger guys, West's bigger guys, but they're very, very diligent on their turnovers and their conversions.
Well, East wants this game. They're hustling. They want the game.
Jay Costello is like, he's like shooting into a basket. Any shot he takes right now is going in. As you can see from that acrobatic layup he just had right there.
About half of the fourth quarter left here. East only down by 1 basket.
Pass is tipped on the thrower.
Oh, Darrell Stewart almost doing that.
Cameron Southern there with a big breakaway. Oh!
Big block there for Luke Ely. Let's head
There's a
over,
fast
bring
break.
that up the court. Dishing it off to Trevor Thompson making that layup. For the amount of hustle shown tonight, it's not surprising that it's only a 2-point lead West still holds right now.
Oh, when East definitely has their crowd right now. They've got them riled up. They're just the loudest thing in this court.
All right, as our game is about to draw to an end here, we want to remind you to watch our next broadcast. It's going to be February 19th. It's going to be the games between the North Indians and the South Raiders. The girls are going to play at 5:30 p.m. and the boys at 7 p.m. If you want to attend that game, it'll be at Shawnee Mission North High School.
That's a big throw.
Oh, took a spill there.
West is now in the bonus. East looking like they're getting into foul trouble as usual as Mark Ward comes onto the floor.
You know, if West really wants to keep a solid lead here, they're going to have to make these free throws. We can't have that kind of, inaccuracy that West's been seeing tonight on their free throws. They're going to have to make something substantial here if they want to make that lead more than just a one-possession lead.
And that's how you do it right there.
Exactly. Let's see if Hood can extend the lead just a little bit further here, make it a little bit more comfortable for West.
Yeah, Mike Hood, the person shooting right now, actually has an 85% free throw percentage.
There we go. Though with 2.5 minutes left, East still has a lot of time to make up their lost ground. I wouldn't count them out just yet, but it's been a very interesting game, a lot of back and forth, and I can't say that there's been a definitive team that looks like they are just coming out and demolishing one team in any aspect. Defense, offense, they've both been very solid teams tonight.
He's letting that ball roll up so they don't have to waste any clock right now. Down by 4, that's all they need. Trevor Thompson with a nice spin but cannot convert it.
Derek Benson picking up the rebound there.
Looks like East is trying to speed up their offense a little bit, while West is still kind of keeping that slow pace going.
Exactly how it looked in the girls' game. East slowing it down while West picking it up, and then West flipped it around. West started to slow down, East started to pick up, and the game got close. And I hope to see that again.
Did you know that the Shawnee Mission School District has an app? Connect to district news, web pages, menus, athletic calendars, and more. Find out by visiting www.smsd.org and finding the mobile app link under About SMSD.
Going 2 for 2 on that one.
Call for traveling there. It's kind of unexpected.
over 1 minute. West is up 63-59. Timeout called. The 2-possession game with 1:02 left. Let's see who can pull it out.
It'll be very interesting to see what East does with the ball here. They're going for it. They're making these hard plays, these quick gains here. Now it's only a 1-point game with West having the ball.
Another timeout.
It is going to be interesting to see how these last 2 seconds play out here. Almost a minute left. West has got the ball, but East is playing very, very tough defense here.
Yeah, that's another point.
East takes the lead for the first time in a long while. We will see how West will handle this. This could come down to 1 basket here.
West ball underneath the basket. That's another timeout for West. .26 seconds left, and East up by 1 point.
West is kind of put in a weird position here. They really need to score, but scoring too early will definitely give East the ball back, and that is something they don't want to have happen. So they're going to have to play it slow and make sure that they make their shot at the right time.
They just need to play like they have all game. Keep it slow.
If we see East enter into some foul trouble here, this could spell the end of the game. If West can make those free throws that they've been missing all game long, this could be bad.
These are crucial free
That's
throws.
Hood, who has not missed a free throw tonight.
There we go, Hood delivers.
16 seconds left. Let's see if Mike Hood can bang out this last free throw, put them ahead.
There we go, West back in the lead. Only 1 point separating East from West and only 16.9 seconds left on the clock. A nail biter for sure.
Everybody in the stands are standing up as Jay Costello drives. And one! As he makes that point count with 7 seconds left.
Obviously, East didn't like that call.
Or did they call him for a charge? They called a charge on Jay.
Looks like that revoked the basket there. This might be West game after that.
That is a crazy end of the game call. That could have ended the game for
Oh,
East.
yikes.
Definitely got attacked right there.
Yeah, Derek Benson getting swarmed for that ball. East players really do not want to lose this game.
It's a big game.
Oh,
It is a
most
big game.
certainly. The energy in here is crazy. Both stands are going nuts with the just 5 seconds left, 1 point separating the teams here. We'll see if senior Derek Benson can extend that lead by making these free throws.
Derek Benson has a 70% free throw average.
Scored 12 points tonight, so let's see if he can add to that total. Oh, he's keeping it close here. He's keeping it real close. We might see this game go into overtime.
If Derek makes this, then East has to score just put into overtime unless they make a 3. If they make a 3, West is done.
Keep watching live sports on SMTV on Time Warner Cable Channel 2, Consolidated Communications Channel 18, and AT&T UVerse Channel 99. Events are also live streamed on www.smsd.org. The next game will be broadcast on February 19th. Like you said earlier, Ryan, you said the East team doesn't like to stay for too long once they see that East getting beat, but this game has kept the whole East crowd here, and it's kept them on their feet. They are ecstatic about this game.
I think that's really boosted the team confidence, making East, the players really feel like they've really wanted to play for their fans to win this one, considering they finally had a fan group to play for.
Like we saw at that video during halftime from SM West, you know, the fans, the students cheering on the players really are a big factor into the game here, and it really is a possibility that the energy coming from East student section has fueled East's close game here. Derek Benson making that point, putting East in an awkward situation. They're gonna have to make that 3 to win. Oh!
No foul call on that.
Looks like that is the end of the game. East losing 64-66. West taking the victory there.
Definitely upset about that.
That was, I don't know what to say about that last play.
That was, yeah, that could be a bit controversial. That was a pretty physical block there.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you all for watching tonight. Be sure to check out, don't forget that we're going to go to an interview now soon with Brian, talking to the winning coach. I'll be here in just a few seconds. Really great game by both teams tonight. East really put out a lot of effort out there. Jay Costello, Mark Ward, big players, played very, very well. It really came down to those last few seconds there.
Oh yeah, that game was ridiculous. It was great. Both teams were in it. Both teams were in it till the end.
All right, looks like we're about to throw it over to Brian, who's talking to Coach Darst.
We're here with Coach Drew Darst from the West basketball team. How do you feel about this win?
Well, pretty exciting. Happy for these dudes. I mean, they played their tail off. We said it was going to be a 2-point game, and every possession was going to count, and it did. I mean, Jack McMahon, a big charge down there. It was great. Fun game.
After this, what do you see for the Vikings' future?
Well, every game in the Sunflower League is so tough, so every night's a battle. Come out, it's like this. But I'm excited about our team. I love our guys. They're tough, they're strong, and win or lose every night, they're going to battle. So I'm excited about the rest of the year.
Yeah. Thank you. Best of luck to your season. Back to the booth.
It was a very physical block there. Regardless of the outcome, you do have to give props to Costello and Mark Ward there. Very, very good players. Costello especially, he played his heart out there. He was out there on offense, he was out there on defense. He was doing pretty much everything he could to keep East in that game, and he really did.
And at the end there, before those free throws that put West up by 2 points, the charge call on Jay, that was also a very big call. It looked more like a flop than it was a big charge. It would have been the and one to put him up and most likely end the game. Other than that, Jay really did carry the team. Really just showing off all of his talent tonight. And Mark Ward with some outstanding blocks.
Little underrated here. I think Luke Ely did a great job tonight as well. He really delivered on some key plays. On the West side, though, you had some great plays coming out of Derek Benson, the senior, who's been kind of inactive all season. Really showed up tonight, scoring about 12 points, somewhere around there. He's really showed out. Jack McMahon, the junior, did really well tonight as well. Israel Watson, as always, does great. I think that's all we got for tonight. Thank you all for watching so much. Be sure to tune in on February 19th when we cover the North versus the South game, 5:30 p.m. for the girls game, 7 o'clock sharp for the boys game. Thank you all for watching.